I was born in the UK, and the British flag is well known across the world, but many people don't realize that it's a layering of crosses with the
Yeah.
Union Jack. You've got the flag of, you've got the cross of St. George, you've got the cross of St. Andrew, and then you've got the cross of St. Patrick. And the establishing of that flag, it represents the giving of the lives of these saints, of these martyrs, of these mythic figures that became the bedrock of an entire nation. And in the cathedrals, in the churches, were the relics, the bones of these people who gave their lives, the saints. And from that sacrifice was born entire towns, entire nations from that. And what's crazy to think is today that like almost everyone I know in the UK just has no idea what the flag means anymore. And so growing up, I used to walk around and it was St. George's Street and St. Lawrence Street and St. Luke Street, and it just went completely over my head. Like we're so detached from the origin story that we're occupying on a daily basis that it's just become vapid. And I think one of the things that has happened now, going from someone without faith to going on that faith journey and attending the Orthodox Church, is the juxtaposition has become huge. Where I can start to see that, for example, I married my wife. I know I love my wife, but I didn't really know what marriage was. Like I just did it. Like we got married, but I had no idea about what sacrament, like what's a sacrament? What does this even mean? And things just within the church just have so many more layers of meaning that just integrate the world. And when it comes to, whether it be the churches you go to with the relics or the streets that are named after these saints that might have been martyred somewhere in, modern day Turkey, like 1,500 years ago, it integrates you into a sense of time that breaches, millennia, but also is kind of ever present and alive today, which is first of all amazing. Now, there's probably stuff that we can talk about here. I don't know if I want to catch your thoughts on anything there quickly before I move on to the next thing. Is there anything that comes up for you?
Yeah, I think that in some ways, maybe we're in a good position to understand that a little more now. So, for all the evil that our church or the Catholic Church or, the different churches have done, because they have done really horrible things. I think we can also notice, like you said, in some ways, the stabilizing and connecting thing that it does. So there's been this interesting controversy online about Christ is King. I don't know if you followed it, where people started saying Christ is King, and other people even my friends started to object to that, saying that it was based in anti-Semitism and all this stuff, whatever. What's interesting about the Christ is King controversy is that a lot of the people that are using it more in a weaponized way today are usually very nationalistic and have that that kind of stance. But the Feast of Christ the King, which was actually founded after World War I by the Pope and was recognized by many of the churches, like even Anglicans and more Protestant churches and everything, was actually it was a bulwark against nationalism. It was actually trying to say, remember that Christ is your King. Remember that you are not, yes, you are an Englishman, yes, you are German, yes, you are French, like you have these national alliances that are important, but remember that you have a king that is beyond these small allegiances, and that king, of course, is the king that gave himself, is the sacrificial king. It's a different king from the one you follow in your nation. And so you see, like even in the 20th century, often the church has been able to play a role of attempting to diffuse some of these crazy narratives that have taken over.